Anthony DeGiulio, I have a question for you. How do you feel about what Tommy DeVito is doing for the state of Italians across the country? I don't think there has been one mafioso or racketeering arrest since Tommy DeVito has started doing his thing for the New York Football Giants.
Tommy DeVito is doing for Italian Americans what Joe Montana did for Italian Americans, okay? Joe Montana.
We got
Tommy
the new
DeVito.
Brock Purdy's supposed to be the new Joe Montana, potentially with some stats, potentially. And now we got
Tommy
the
DeVito.
new Italian American doing his thing for football and for Italians in America.
Yeah, I mean, what Tommy DeVito is doing is awesome. I mean, he's got better, if not the same, numbers of Patrick Mahomes. So is he the next Patrick Mahomes too? I don't know. I thought that should have been some gabagool or prosciutto on that hoodie there, but that's fine. And
his agent said, "Don't worry, I'll come in and look the most Italian any human has ever looked in the history of humans in the United States of America."
The size of the Italian horn that his agent was wearing in the stands, he didn't have it on the field when he was on the phone. I don't know if that was a fake phone call or a real phone call or not.
Fake,
Yeah,
for sure.
Come
That was a fugazi, for sure.
I figure Mahomes is calling him right now. Like,
Hey, how can we do a little gabagool?
The size of the Italian horn was obnoxious, but look at it.
Diesel.
It's a 3-inch Italian horn.
Elephant tusk.
Kiss me, Mr. DeVito. And then the owner of DeVito Plumbing, by the way. Tommy DeVito's dad, we believe from our internet sleuthing, owns a plumbing company. And their marketing photo at the top of their social media pages is actually two of their plumbers dressed up like Mario and Luigi. Because if you do remember, Mario and Luigi were both plumbers. That is how the entire thing, that's why they boop, 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 go down in the pipe and everything like that. This is an Italian story that I could have never seen coming. And shout out to DeVito playing great football.
Great football.
You know, you think about guys like Taylor Heineke and Mike White and other backups that are able to galvanize and rally the troops. And for whatever reason, the guys just like them and seem to play for them. And understand that, hey, this guy might miss a throw 7-10 yards.
Exactly.
Okay, there's a chance he makes a bad decision. I might get open as a wide receiver, and he might not hit me. But the expectation isn't that he should. The expectation is like, hey, Tommy DeVito is going to lead us to a game today. And he did on the ground. He did through the sky. Obviously, his parents' gabagool energy coming from the stands was radiating through the entire team. Saquon Barkley is running wild out there. It was a beautiful thing to watch over there in New Jersey, where I believe 70 million Italians live.
Yeah, that's right.
Could you imagine a better fit for a team than Tommy DeVito, who almost scores right there, obviously gets tackled by Wandale, who had a huge night for the New York Football Giants. But this guy sparked something. And you literally think, and there was conversations, how come the Giants are better with Tommy DeVito than they are Daniel Jones?
This was a dead football team with Dan Jones.
How come everybody seems to be a little bit happier? How come the head coach, Dayball, is coming out of his show and he's happy in his press conference? He's like, do I need to tell Tommy DeVito to relax? No. Every once in a while, I need to tell him, like, hey, spin it some bit. Hey, rip this. This is Dayball talking about his relationship with Tommy D. You don't think this guy loves DeVito? You don't think he loves Paisano? Listen to Dayball talk afterwards.
What was the conversation like with Tommy, on the last drive, trying to keep his composure and stuff?
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that. He keeps his composure. There was really nothing. Here's a couple plays we like. Go out there and rip that son of a bitch. Pretty simple.
I love that. I think we're potentially to blame for some of these answers that have been given. In these answers, people are a little bit more relaxed, and I appreciate that. I think we're learning more about the humans that actually put the football on the field and the ones that piece it together. But him you can see he admires Tommy DeVito.
Yes.
We don't have to worry about his composure.
No.
Like, listen, this guy's okay. Have you seen him? He is A-okay. He walked in here in a pink fur. Okay.
Yeah.
I think he is A-okay in that entire thing. And then letting him rip, it's like there's probably moments where Dayball and the offense coordinator in the headset are like, hey, Tommy DeVito, you're better than Tom Brady. Remember that.
Fire it.
Remember that. And then it cuts off, and then they're still on the side like, you're really good, DeVito. Do your thing. Because all they got to do, build his confidence. And if he continues to do what he's doing, why not the Giants looking ahead with Paisano at quarterback? We obviously have a Giants diehard fan, a coastal elitist here who's not an Italian. Bruce Brown, I see you're wearing the Giants hat. Haven't seen that in a long time.
No.
A lot of Michigan hat around as of late. Got the Giants hat back on. Is this the DeVito effect happening out here?
Yeah, it is full on. I haven't seen the city, tri-state area captured like this since Linsanity back in the day. It is full on DeVito mania. He has injected swag and confidence into that offense, into that locker room. It's an absolute blast. Now we're one game out of the wild card. Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Hey, Dable has proven to have success.
Yeah.
Wink Martindale has proven to have success. That's why whenever they stunk, it was like, what is wrong with this team? They're paying a quarterback $40 million, and it's not this one.
No.
It's not, you know what I mean? It's not this one
Tommy
here.
Cutledge.
Hey, Tommy Cutledge. Interesting name.
Yeah.
I don't know how we got to that. I think he loves chicken cutlets or pork cutlets or something.
Sure.
I guess Saquon gave him the full Tommy Cutlets nickname is what we're saying. They could have really went with that one a little bit further.
Look at those
Italian.
cutlets right there.
You know what I mean? A little bit further Italian on that. Because Tommy is a good setup.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
And there's so many. Tommy breadsticks.
Yep.
Yeah.
What?
Tommy ravioli.
Tommy Bolognese.
Oh, my God. Tommy Gabagool.
Yeah.
I mean, there was just so many that it could have been. Tommy Cutlets, we love. Hey,
Sure. Oh,
yeah. Oh,
We're
yeah.
a big fan.
Everyone loves cutlets.
And the Paisan agent, way to go, pal.
Doing it.
Way to go. On his Twitter account, I guess he has a certificate of from the Italian club up in Boston.
That's a big deal, too.
Yep.
That's not any club. That's a huge deal.
Sean Stellato up there, blessed to be honored by the Boston Italian Consulate. Thanks, Arnaldo Minuti, for the recognition.
Legend.
Clean fit.
Yeah, he does seem to always dress well. It's a phenomenal story in New Jersey. You know what I mean? It's just like so perfect. Happy for the Giants.
The other guy in your city, I don't know if you've been following this too much, but Tommy Cutlass, Tommy DeVito, has kind of taken over the NFL. And I know you've basically said, like, hey, let's wait until these guys have played a little bit before we crown them. But they're already doing that. They're saying he's the savior of the Giants and that, he's the king in New York right now. But when it comes to guys like that who are undrafted, he was the third string quarterback. Like, how are certain guys able to come in and just have success immediately when they have, he's got the same guys that Daniel Jones had? Like, is that all just confidence and like Dable kind of working with him and putting him in spots to be successful? Like, why is a guy like him so successful coming in, whereas like other guys who we know their names and get opportunities come in and they don't perform the same way?
I mean, that's an interesting question. There's a lot that goes into it. It's not just one player or one time. There's matchup stuff. There's how the defense is playing. I wouldn't know the stats offhand, but I feel like the defense, Wink and his guys, been playing a little bit better. The last stretch of the season, but the recipe is not too complicated. It's be opportunistic. It's make good decisions, take care of the football. And, I think when you got a little bit of moxie to go along with that and some charisma, which he obviously does, and presence, that helps. But you watched the game last night. He had very efficient. He only had a few incompletions, right? He had no turnovers. He had no sacks. I mean, they'd come in with giving up, I would guess, close to or the most sacks in the league. And to have no sacks, no turnovers, didn't seem like, and I didn't watch the whole game, didn't seem like there were a ton of, a ton of like real, turnover-worthy plays. So that's the key to success, taking care of the football, being opportunistic, making some plays, and then, bringing that extra little something.
Yeah, a little sauce. Seems like the team really loves him. I mean, how could you not? I guess.
Schmay. Yeah, a little bit of schmay, you know?
Hey, this little schmay. Hey, shout out to Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know what I mean? Shout out to Arnold Schwarzenegger. Hope he's having a fantastic Tuesday. It's been fun to watch this, though. Like him, Heineke, Mike White in recent history have had this run, and then the conversation immediately goes to like, hold the phone. Is this guy better than the $40 million a year quarterback, and why does the team play better for him? Now, obviously, Tommy DeVito we don't know. We have no idea about this guy. What he's going to be 5 years from now. Maybe he will be the next Joe Montana. Yeah. And maybe he does.
5 games? How about 5 games?
Yeah. I understand. But let's just talk about the teams, though. When teams
what did
rally,
we talk about last week? Are we
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying we got to keep the door open for the possibilities that maybe 5 years from now, Tommy DeVito is a guy. We have no idea. But why does it feel like teams kind of rally around some of these backup quarterbacks in your eyes, just like your thoughts? Because obviously the charisma and the swag, but like they have a belief, right? And the expectations aren't really, like Tommy might miss a pass and they're not going to get pissed, I don't think. It's like, isn't that kind of a thing, don't you think?
Yeah, I think that's possible. Listen, I think a lot of the shit is overblown. It's if you win, then there's a little momentum. The narrative changes so quickly in a week. Look at our team. Same thing. And what the Giants have won a few in a row now.
Oh, a sweet boy.
So that's the narrative that's going on there. But every week there's overreactions. There's crowning. There's trashing, and then it all gets reset. Once they're playing either Thursday, Sunday, or Monday, Saturday coming up too. Saturday game's coming up. Everything gets reset, and there'll be something else to talk about. Officials, guys line up offsides, cutlets, whatever the hell it might be. There's going to be a new conversation that happens and a new narrative, and that's the league we play in. I think it's beautiful because it draws a lot of attention to our sport. It's also got to be maddening at times for people that really live and die with the roller coaster of headlines.
Yeah, and somehow you've been able to survive it mentally because obviously the wave of your headlines, personally and professionally, have certainly been all over the place throughout the entire career.